I think if we knew each other today, we'd be very good friends.
Imagine being born into one of reality TV's most notorious families, only to realize the spotlight.
Hurt them. I would never trash their names in the media. But what I do believe is that my mother is behind things that they say in the media. She's behind their opinion of me.
It didn't unite you, it fractured you. Today, Collin Gosselin shatters the silence, revealing how fame didn't just change his life, it tore apart his entire childhood. Hey, everyone, and welcome back to your #1 source for the
If I ever had children, I would not put them in front of a camera. I don't think it's ideal for a young child.
Latest in international entertainment news. Today, we are cracking open a story that has been building for years and has just exploded with a...
You recently said, I really, really hope one day that we can all reconnect and put the show behind us and just be siblings again. Do you think that's still a possibility for you all?
I don't know. I have hope that it's a possibility. And it's something I want more than anything. I just want to see my siblings.
Hannah's the only one that you have contact with.
New, heartbreaking revelation. We all remember the Gosselin family, right? That seemingly chaotic but loving family of 8 that captured our hearts on reality television.
I feel now that they're older, they're in their 20s, maybe they'll develop some self-awareness and maybe contact me, because I've been trying to do it for so long that it's not working, so maybe it's something on the other end.
I mean, for me personally, you are very supportive of the relationship that I have with them and the relationship I have with my mom. And if it's honestly their choice. I will never sit there and be like, you have to reach out and all this stuff, because it is their choice. And now we're all in college and growing up, and eventually, if they choose to, the door's always open.
But what if the picture we were all shown was nothing more than a carefully crafted illusion? What if behind the cameras, a much darker reality was unfolding, a secret that has now, after years of silence, been laid bare for the world to see? Colin Gosselin, one of the sextuplets, has...
It was my ex. I can't see anything.
I haven't talked to her since 2018, and we don't have a relationship.
I didn't have a relationship with her. I want to believe it was because of TV and what being in the public eye does to a family. I think it tore us apart.
It's always tough to go through personal stuff in a public setting. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Just dropped a bombshell that will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about this famous family. He's claiming that his family was not just fractured by divorce, but actively and intentionally torn apart, with the siblings being forced apart and pitted against each other. This is not just celebrity gossip, it's a deeply personal story that speaks to the very heart of what family is supposed to be. Get ready, because the truth is more complicated and more tragic than we ever could have imagined. Today, we're focusing on Collin Gosselin, a name that's recently re-entered the spotlight in a very big way. For those who grew up watching Jon Kate Plus 8, Collin was one of the playful, energetic sextuplets, a part of a dynamic that was both overwhelming and endearing. However, as the cameras stopped rolling and the family's public image fractured with a messy divorce, whispers of deeper issues began to surface. Collin, in particular, has had a tumultuous journey, with public knowledge of him being sent away to a facility and then eventually moving in with his father, Jon Gosselin. These events were always presented as a necessary step for his well-being, but Collin's new claims suggest that this was just a symptom of a much larger, more insidious problem that was happening out of public view. The challenges Collin faced in the glare of the media's constant attention are something we can only begin to comprehend. Imagine growing up with your most private moments, both good and bad, being broadcast to millions. But according to Collin, the true challenge wasn't just the cameras, it was the family secret that has been silently festering for years. He's now hinting at a systemic issue within the family's dynamic, an environment that he alleges was designed to cause division and conflict among the siblings. This isn't just a challenge of dealing with fame, it's a challenge of surviving a home life that he claims was filled with manipulation and isolation. To truly grasp the weight of this revelation, we have to look back at the family's history. The divorce of Jon Kate Gosselin was a public spectacle, and in the aftermath, the children were caught in the middle. While Collin and his sister Hannah moved in with their father, the other 6 siblings remained primarily with their mother. For years, there has been speculation about the strained relationships, particularly between Colin and his estranged siblings. Colin's video now provides a new perspective, his perspective, on how these relationships were allegedly strained not by natural causes, but by a deliberate act of division. His emotional appeal is a window into the deep-seated pain and sorrow he carries, mourning the relationships with his siblings that he says were stolen from him. The climax of this story, the shocking revelation itself, is Colin's claim that he and his siblings were forced apart and pitted against each other. He suggests that the narrative of a family torn by divorce is incomplete and that there was a more calculated effort to create distance and animosity. In his video, he poignantly laments the memories they could have shared, the bond that was broken. He speaks of the tears I shed behind closed doors and the pain of wondering every day what our lives could have looked like. This is not an attack, it's a profound expression of grief for a childhood and a family dynamic that he believes was stolen from him. This is a significant moment because it not only gives voice to Colin's pain but also offers a potential explanation for the well-documented estrangement within the Gosselin family, one that has gone largely unaddressed. So, in a nutshell, Colin Gosselin has come forward with a brave and emotional testimony, alleging that the division between him and his siblings was not accidental but the result of a deliberate and manipulative effort. His plea is not just for his own healing but for an acknowledgement of the truth of his experience. It takes immense courage to share such a vulnerable story, especially with the world watching, and his willingness to speak out is a testament to the power of his convictions. Now, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Colin's shocking claims? Do you think the pressures of fame contributed to this, or is something more sinister at play? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And if you want more deep dives into celebrity family dynamics and other viral stories, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Check out some of our other recent videos right here for more content just like this. We appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you next time.